Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Network. Jared, Jaden, we're back again. We took a little bit of a break, some scheduling issues. I was on vacation one week, and then he was on vacation the next week, and it's just been kind of hard for us the past few weeks to get together at the same time. But here we are. We're gonna take a break from talking about the current stuff, and we're gonna venture off into more of an opinionated thing with us. We're going to clash our heads together and make a top 10 list of MCU films. Now, we're not going to 100% agree on everything. I know that for a fact, but we're going to come to terms and agree to disagree in some areas. I think we just start right off the bat, number 10.
Number 10?
Start talking about it.
Okay.
There's, I say 37,
yeah,
37 movies.
Give or take.
Yeah, a few. I have a list behind me, so I'm going to be turning around quite a bit to look at it.
Yeah.
But
I'm going to be looking behind him quite a bit.
So, right off the bat, what comes to my head for number 10 is solo films. I don't need anything big, no huge team-ups. So, I think...
My first thought, initial reaction, no... deep thought into it, was the first Thor movie.
Oh, mine was Iron Man.
Okay.
I know that might be low for Iron Man, but I'm trying not to go off nostalgia here. I mean, because Iron Man was fantastic, but I think Shang-Chi is just as good as Iron Man is, as far as a movie goes.
Yeah, I could see that.
I mean, what it did for building the MCU as a whole is not even close. Shang-Chi didn't come close to Iron Man, but I mean, as a movie, I enjoyed it. So, let's meet in the middle somewhere. So, Thor is obviously not as good as Iron Man. I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
So we'll meet in the middle. I'm either leaning like Strange's first movie, or
top 10 though.
It's 10 movies.
Yeah.
Or honestly, like Guardians 1. I'm thinking of a movie that starts.
I wouldn't put Guardians 1 or 2 in the top 10.
That's kind of crazy.
I don't think I would.
But that's literally a fantastic trilogy. I know it's a good.
Well, I know, but 3 is the best of them.
Yeah,
you got stuff like Thunderbolts. You've got.
Well, Thunderbolts is going to be higher than 10.
I know, but I'm saying like you got Endgame, Infinity. There's I don't know. I don't feel like. I mean, we can always change our ranking later, if we really want to.
I think just starting off is super hard. So I think we place Iron Man at a safe 10.
Okay.
That's what I think.
I can agree on that. Iron Man 2008, put it in 10. All right. Why can I? Okay.
All right. So think of something just a bit better than Iron Man.
A bit better than Iron Man?
Black Panther. Because I can't see Black Panther beating any of my top 5 or 6, and I know there's better than Black Panther.
Yeah, I know there's better than Black Panther. I think Black Panther was a much more emotionally driven movie than Iron Man. I think
it was more advanced. I mean, it came out.
Oh yeah, way better production.
Everything came out way later.
Black Panther in 9.
And honestly, if I have to take, and I'm thinking like in the movie too, if I have to take, if I had to pick between like suits straight up, just how the movie looks, I'm taking Panther over Iron Man. That Black Panther suit, that was so good. It looked so good, and it fit Chadwick so well. And I mean, honestly, if someone told me I had to go back and watch one of the two, I'd go back and watch Black Panther before I would Iron Man.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I don't know. Iron Man it's a really solid film.
I think nostalgia is going to blind you on that one. And me too. That's why I try not to let it, because...
True.
You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Now we could switch it around, like you said.
Black Panther at 9.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at the rest of the movies, yeah, I think I can confidently put it there. I think so. Let me find it. That was directed by Ryan Coogler.
Didn't he just direct something?
Sinners.
I freaking knew it. Autism.
Okay. 8.
My first thought was gonna be. Well, I've said the last two. Let me see what you think.
8. I'd put. Let's see, so 6.
You're not gonna agree with. I think I've got mine, but you're not gonna agree with it at all.
What were you gonna say?
Just try. You want to try and guess it?
Did you say Shang-Chi?
No.
Oh, okay, good.
No, Shang-Chi's not top 10. No.
I'm looking at them.
The first two movies that we've named are so. Iron Man is so impactful, and Black Panther is such a story movie.
Mm-hmm. Were you gonna say Ant-Man?
No.
Okay,
what?
good.
No. I was gonna say Deadpool Wolverine. Off of pure enjoyment, I loved that movie because Deadpool is one of my favorite heroes, anti-heroes, whatever. I love Deadpool, and I love seeing Hugh Jackman in the yellow and blue. I know it was fan service. That's all it was fan service. But, I mean, I've watched it 4 times after watching it on opening night because I enjoy the movie. Now, as a movie, is it perfect? Is it fantastic?
I wouldn't put it in top 10.
It gave me everything I wanted from the MCU, though.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
What would you put? What do you have? Because I'm not putting any of. I'm not putting Homecoming or Far From Home in the top 10.
No. Same reason I wouldn't put it. I don't think Guardians 1 or 2 in the top 10. It's the same thing.
Because they fucking suck. They suck.
Oh,
were you thinking that?
I was thinking either that or the first Doctor Strange.
I can agree with Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Because because I think
same reason same reason you're like enjoyability of it, but it doesn't have nearly as much fan service, and it actually did something for the story of the MCU.
Yeah. It's just Thor Ragnarok was so some people put it on such a high pedestal, and I don't understand why, because it led us right into Taika Waititi giving us the worst Thor film out of the 4.
Yeah.
Because, Thor's funny. Now he's funnier and it sucks.
I saw an interesting theory about how they could just completely erase all of Love and Thunder if they really wanted to. And it's the same... the reason that people tried to defend it in the first place was like, the movie starts off with or whatever that guy's, The Rock
Gore?
guy.
Oh,
The Rock guy.
Korg, yeah.
Yeah. Him like saying,
from his perspective or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So, but no, the reason that people were saying like they could undo it if they wanted to is if the beginning of Thor 5 starts with Thor being like, that's not what happened at all. And
that would be
then like just completely erased the entirety of Thor Love and Thunder.
Okay, one that would be stupid because it would be them deliberately saying that he's telling a story. Like, it's not happening
that's
now.
That's how the movie starts.
I know, but that's why it's bad. We don't need Thor telling us a story. We need to watch it in real time.
Well, yeah, no, it wasn't going to be Thor telling a story. It was just saying, have that as, like, a one-off thing that happens in the beginning of the movie to completely erase Love and Thunder so that way it never happened. And then we get, like, a Viking Thor movie with him going up against, like, the gods of Olympus.
I thought you meant, like he was
like
Thor would be like, that's not what happened.
Not just completely remaking it with... it would be, like, a completely different movie.
Yeah,
but just
because that would be
that's
terrible.
how they use it to erase that movie.
That'd be terrible. Okay. All right, on to 6.
On to 7.
7.
Age
of Ultron.
That's my...
Or the first Avengers. I know some people have first Avengers a lot higher than that.
I could rank the first Avengers. Age of Ultron's higher for me.
That's fair.
I love Age of Ultron.
I love it, but it makes me mad they underuse Ultron.
Yeah, absolutely. But he is coming back. Did you hear about that?
No.
They announced that James Spader is going to be in that Vision TV show.
Oh, thank God.
So, Ultron. Hopefully, it's not just like flashbacks
yeah,
and stuff, because that would piss me off. Like,
I guarantee it is though.
More than bringing him back, it would and just like having him just be in that show, it would piss me off.
I guarantee
if it's just
you it is just a flashback or a voice or something.
Okay, so first Avengers movie in 7.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
fair.
Because I love Age of Ultron too much to rank it 7th.
I don't know how you're gonna put it, but I wouldn't go much higher than what you got now.
6th. First thoughts.
See, I'm not willing to put Ultron higher than 6 or 5.
I was gonna put Ultron in 5.
I think 6 is a good spot for Ultron because there's. I mean, it was good. It was awesome.
Well, okay. Either this is what I'm thinking. Ultron in 5. Oh, okay. I'm thinking for 6.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
And 5. Okay,
5
that's
Ultron.
fine. Okay, there's
Thunderbolts
our 6 and 5.
is 6 because it was one of the best. It's one of the best Marvel movies I've seen in years.
Yeah.
It's an emotionally well written movie. It was the great acting.
But is that recency bias for us putting Thunderbolts above Avengers?
Potentially, but I don't think it is.
Well, here's my thing: is I've watched Avengers plenty of times, but I couldn't tell you. If you asked me what happens at this point in the movie, I probably couldn't tell you. Not because I don't love it, but because it didn't stick with me the way Thunderbolts did.
Yeah.
I love Thunderbolts. It was freaking awesome. And the way they portrayed Sentry is going to be so good.
And they actually made me care about John Walker, which when I previously didn't like him, because I think 6 is a fairly solid ranking. I mean, if you guys disagree, obviously, let us know. Because
6 for
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, and then
huh?
And then 5 Ultron. Okay, all right, that's fair.
I don't think I'd rank Thunderbolts above Ultron.
No, me either.
Like, I mean, because it's a great movie, but like Ultron has that entire opening fight sequence with the Avengers, where we see Cap use Cap and Thor use that thing.
I think every character in Ultron gets their fair share.
Yeah. No, I think they all have their time to shine.
Oh yeah.
I saw something really cool the other day that talking about how Avengers wouldn't be possible without Captain America because he has a combo with each Avenger. You can see him in multiple movies. He that one scene where Nat jumps off his shield, or the scene where Iron Man blasts his repulsor at him and he shields it. The scene with Thor, even Hawkeye throws his shield back to Cap, and then Cap ricochets it into one of the Ultron bots.
What, Hulk?
Hulk doesn't. I think that's the only thing that they couldn't find.
Probably couldn't take it. All right.
So
5.
Okay, Ultron 5.
All right, so we're on 4 now, right? I think this is where it gets a little tough.
Yeah, this is
because my immediate thought is No Way Home.
For 4?
Yeah, because I know my top 3 off the top of my head, and it's not. No.
First explicit episode.
Well, it just came out because I don't know if you're gonna agree with this or not. Because now I know. Now I know what I'm doing.
Let's wait to get in the top 3. We still haven't picked 4
I know, but because this is gonna be a really personal choice.
4?
So not No Way Home. 4. Winter Soldier.
That's what I was thinking.
Good.
Before you said No Way Home, I was like Winter Soldier.
Good.
I mean,
because Winter Soldier, I stated earlier what I think.
I don't like about that movie is they made him have a relationship with his niece, and it was a completely unnecessary.
He didn't know it was a niece.
I know he didn't know, but that's not my problem with it. It was just weird because she's 20.
Yeah. I get it.
I just think it was unnecessary. But other than that, I have no problems with that movie at all.
No, I think that Bucky and Steve, I think that is one of the greatest dynamics in all of comics.
And like when I hear anything about Marvel, like just hear the word Marvel, the first thing I think of is that scene where he's chasing Bucky through like the building, and like,
oh my god,
and he throws his shield at him, and Bucky freaking catches it and throws it back, and he throws it back so hard that Cap like gets pushed backwards.
absolutely gooned.
Like that is one of the best Marvel scenes.
We're peeking the mic.
You're peeking the mic.
All right, so we got four Winter Soldier. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, okay. Winter Soldier. Let me find this.
We're gonna have to redo this because I noticed that we're kind of messing up some places if we don't agree on his top 3. I don't know. I've already messed up.
What have you messed up with?
I'm gonna leave out one movie that has to be in the top 10. All right,
what movie?
All right. Do you want me to say it?
Okay. Well,
let's just wait and then we'll fix it because I'm gonna have. Okay, so my 3 is No Way Home. But I know I'm going to have to move something out.
Because you can't put Guardians 3 in top 2.
We'll see. There's something else I'm forgetting.
Wait, what? That's what I thought you were forgetting.
Okay, I just tell you. So my top 3 after, well, it's going to have to be fixed. It'll be No Way Home, Civil War, and then Infinity War. So I'm leaving out Endgame, Guardians 3. I'm leaving out, that's it. Actually, just those 2 movies. That's it. No Way Home did a lot for... I mean, you're the one wearing the Spider-Man shirt, but that is my favorite hero, and I saw all of them at the same time. So, call it fan service, whatever. That's in my top 5. It ain't gotta be top 3, but it's in my top 5. So we have to push out something, because I know we both think that Endgame and Guardians 3 are in top 10. They have to be.
Yeah.
But where?
Yeah.
So
do we push out our bottom 3?
Was it Iron Man, Black Panther, and
Thor Ragnarok?
I think we push out. I think
Stop.
I think you push out Black Panther. I think you. Oh my gosh! Was Thunderbolts? Thunderbolts was 6, and Ultron was 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you push both those down. So Thunderbolts 7, Ultron 6, Endgame at 5.
So we push out Black Panther and what?
You just push out Black Panther for now. We gotta think more.
Okay, so right now it's Iron Man, Thor Ragnarok, Avengers.
Yeah, okay, so we're getting rid of
Thunderbolts.
one of those. Get rid of Ragnarok.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
no.
So Guardians 3
So
at
right now
9.
our listing is Iron Man, Avengers, or Iron Man 10, Avengers.
10. Oh, Iron Man number 10. Okay. I was like, there's 10 Iron Man movies?
After Doomsday might be possible.
Okay.
Iron Man number 10, the Avengers number 9,
Yeah.
Thunderbolts number 8,
Okay.
Ultron number 7,
Okay.
and then Winter Soldier number 6 is what we have right now.
So 5's Endgame. Or 5 Guardians 3.
Yeah.
Then Endgame at 4.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I did. I realized. I looked back and I saw the purple, and I was like, "Man, we left out the culmination of 20-something movies."
So okay, Iron Man, the Avengers, Thunderbolts, Age of Ultron, Winter Soldier, Guardians 3. So that's our
Guardians 3, Endgame. Wait, Winter Soldier below Guardians?
You want to put Guardians at 6?
I think Winter Soldier better than Guardians.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's
Winter
like,
Soldier top 5.
But I mean, it's
barely.
by that
Yeah.
much. It's by I mean it's by a pube hair. It's by that much, dude. I mean Guardians 3 was
What?
Guardians 3 was fantastic.
Yeah, no. Okay, so that puts Winter Soldier at our 5th.
Oh yeah, but you said that. I don't know now, man. I'm not Winter Soldier is not as high on my list as on everyone else's list. So you make that choice. I'm fine putting Soldier at 6 and Guardians at 5 because I enjoyed Guardians so much more because there was so many more emotions in it. Like Winter Soldier was more of a like it was kind of like a downhill slope the whole time as far as like, oh, I'm getting sadder and sadder and sadder, and then, but Guardians was like, oh my god, what's happening? And I love that.
We didn't
it
have
was
Civil
awesome.
War on here yet, yeah.
Oh no, that's gonna be top 3. That's my 2 or 3. Okay. Civil War is so good.
So
go over it again. We got Iron Man,
Iron Man,
Avengers,
First Avengers,
Thunderbolts,
Age of Ultron,
yep,
Guardians 3,
Winter Soldier. All right, and then I said my 4 was No Way Home, right?
You said Endgame.
Okay, yeah, Endgame 4, No Way Home was 3 for me.
Okay, so
I
can agree with Endgame at 4.
Okay.
I don't know why are there so many movies called Endgame. I want Avengers Endgame. I looked up Endgame and it's like something from the 1920s.
I've seen Infinity War so many times that it's never gonna not be number 1 for me ever.
Number 1?
Yes. What would you put at 1 over Infinity War? I mean, yeah, I know that we're missing some crucial characters out of Infinity War. We're missing Cap. We're missing...
Cap was in Infinity War.
Wait, hold on. I was thinking of the scene on Titan. We're missing him out of that. We're missing him, like fighting alongside Tony or whatever.
We lost, and you weren't there.
That's a great scene, too. Because he's, like, all
Endgame.
skinny and stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta edit that out, where I say Cap wasn't in Infinity War.
I'm leaving that in.
No, you're not. Because I knew he was in it, but
You're
I was
making
thinking
me
of
have
the
to go
scene.
in and put bleeps in here now. So.
I was thinking of the scene on Titan where he's not there. And I was like,
no,
who in the movie?
I think it's fine. I think people will get it.
I hope.
If not, then just...
I think Infinity War does what Ultron...
We'll make that a clip, and then it'll get us popular, because everyone's like, this guy knows what he's talking about.
I think Infinity War does what Ultron does 10 times better. Everyone gets their fair share. Everyone gets their moment. Iron Man and Thanos. Thor on Wakanda. Cap and...
Natasha.
Not Corvus. No, what's that big old chick's name?
I don't remember.
Oh, she's a daughter of Thanos.
I know
What's
who
her
you're talking
name?
about.
It's Ebony Maw, Corvus Glaive, the big one. I don't know her name.
I don't know.
Proxima Midnight. Her.
Good job. You just picked the mic.
Bing. Who else has their moment? Strange has his moment. Star-Lord has his moment.
Star-Lord.
Yeah, I think Infinity War is the clear choice for 1, and if you don't agree, then you're wrong. That's the one thing that I'm not going to have an opinion on. That's a fact. Infinity War is the best Marvel film ever made. And will be made. Doomsday's not going to top it, and I will Secret Wars. So. But you guys decide our 2 and 3. We didn't do that yet, so.
Yeah, we only have 7 on here.
I thought we put Endgame at 4. Guardians at 5, Endgame at 4. Right?
Endgame's at 4. Winter Soldier's at 5. Guardians is at 6.
So our 3, what was our 3?
We haven't picked our 3 yet.
Oh, well, I said No Way Home.
You said your 3 is No Way... You said your top 3 is No Way Home, Civil War, and Endgame. And Infinity War in that order.
Yeah.
I'm trying to feel like... I don't know why I feel like we're leaving something out.
I think we've covered the leave-outs. We left out Endgame, and we left out Guardians 3, but like other than that, on this list, nothing sticks out like a sore thumb. I mean, Captain America: First Avenger was good. It wasn't amazing. It was good. The Thor movies, there's no Thors in our top 10.
Yeah.
Guardians 1 and 2. Iron Man 2 and 3 are not top 10 for me. Ant-Man, no. Strange, no. Tom Spider-Man, I mean,
But like Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi would be at 10 if it was on this list. Like I said, it was...
And that's like, is it better than Iron Man?
Yeah, and even though I said earlier that...
Oh!
You know, what?
No, never mind. Thunderbolts is in here. I just saw it, and it has the the other name, and I was like, wait a minute, we don't have that one on here.
Yeah, so, I mean...
yeah.
I don't think we're leaving anything out.
I mean...
Because I'm not pushing out... I'm not pushing out Iron Man. I'm not pushing out...
I think, arguably...
You know, let's argue. Go ahead, tell me what you're thinking.
I agree with your top three. I don't agree with the order.
So what's your one? Civil War?
No, my one is Infinity War. I think I.
So you just want to swap out Civil War and No Way Home?
Yeah, I think opposite order.
And then you're wrong.
No.
Yes, we had this discussion before where about the Captain America movies, where Civil War is a better Marvel film, while Winter Soldier is a better Captain America film. So No Way Home is a fantastic Spider-Man movie, but as far as Marvel movies go, it's not better than Civil War. Because of what it's about and because of what happens in it. No Way Home is about Tom Holland and Toby and Andrew. That's who it's about. Civil War is about the end.
Yeah, but it gave us. I mean, it gave us probably the best showcase of spider-sense we've ever seen in media. It gave us one of Willem Dafoe's best performances as the Goblin.
Yeah, but
actually more comic accurate than Sam Raimi's original, in my opinion.
I would argue that while I hate it, Far From Home did a really good thing with the whole spider sense, with the whole Mysterio stuff.
That was
great.
cool, but like, I don't know, more so showcase what it's like from Peter's point of view. Like,
him
actually
sensing
made
the
us
goblin or whatever.
Yeah, like made us understand what it was like. I mean, the emotion on the rooftop scene after Aunt May died, and the speeches we got from both the Spider-Men, like about their Uncle Ben's and like their Andrew's performance of talking about how like when Gwen died.
But this is where I'm trying to be fair and not let my bias for my favorite character take over and blind me from realizing what I just said. No Way Home is a great Spider-Man movie, but a Marvel movie, no. Civil War, you've literally got the two headstones of Marvel on opposite sides with their own little teams. We're missing some people, sure, but it's all about, it's this political issue of, hey, let's sign these, let's not sign these accords,
But see, then your argument for Infinity War comes into play.
How?
It doesn't give everyone in Civil War their time to shine. Like, not everyone in Civil War gets their moment, so to speak. Everyone in No Way Home gets, even the villains gets a moment.
What are you talking about? Give me someone who didn't get a moment in a movie.
Like a actual defining moment?
Okay, maybe not defining, but they have their time to shine. Black Widow. She makes that choice at the airport when she lets Cap go, and she tases T'Challa. That's her moment. Black Panther, freaking chasing Bucky through the streets. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Who else? Just give me a character. I can give you that moment. Go ahead.
I mean, I feel like, if I'm remembering correctly, I feel like the only thing that War Machine did was get shot out of the sky.
That's his moment, though.
That's not his moment. That's.
It's not a good moment, but it's his moment.
But like, I think No Way Home better showcased all the characters.
But there was a lot less characters. 3 Spider-Men, Doc Ock, Electro. Well, I want not a lot less, but I mean
a lot less.
I mean,
even Happy got his moment to shine. We got the first ever appearance of Daredevil in the MCU. We got we got even Daredevil, who had like a 45-second, if that, scene,
but
even got to show his powers.
Okay, Lizard didn't get his moment. I don't think so. I know Electro did.
I know Electro did. I know Ock did. I know
Goblin did. That was Goblin so freaking cool, dude.
Did.
Aunt May got it.
Aunt May definitely got her moment.
Okay, but But that's
used
all
magic.
Spider-Man related.
Even Doctor Strange.
You're missing the point.
Even Doctor Strange got his moment.
You're missing the point.
I'm not missing the point.
You are. That's all Spider-Man related.
It's not.
Yes,
Doctor
it
Strange is not Spider-Man.
No, but every character you name but Strange has some direct relation to Spider-Man. Either it's their villain or it's... Okay, you know how many times they've teamed up? Okay?
I think my top 3 is yours, but with those two switched.
Which is crazy, because I've spent thousands on Spider-Man merch and memorabilia and action figures.
Yeah, they're all right behind me.
Yeah, but I'm telling you,
I don't agree with... I think it would be Civil War, No Way Home, Infinity War. I think that's...
You're not going to turn me into a No Way Home hater, but I just... No.
What do you mean,
As
no?
a Marvel movie, not a Spider-Man Rogue Gallery movie, a Marvel movie, Civil War is just... It's just flat out superior.
But like...
There's no buts. It's flat out superior. I love Spider-Man. I love him to death. He's awesome. He's amazing. Favorite character in any pop culture is Spider-Man, but maybe not. He's like second, but
who would be your first?
Anakin Skywalker. Darth Vader.
That's right. You have a tattoo.
Yeah. No, it's if someone was like, I want to get into the MCU, show me a movie that will put me in there. You have to know about Spider-Man. Not like intensely, but you have to know the basics of Spider-Man to understand that movie. Would you agree? Right? I mean, you have to know, his villains. You kind of have to know what he's about. Kinda.
I would say you could argue that for Civil War too.
No, you can't.
I don't think either one of those would be movies that I'd show people.
Oh, I would show Civil War in a second.
I would show people like Winter Soldier to introduce them to the MCU.
That's so disconnected though, because you kind of have to understand Bucky and Cap's relationship before you watch Winter Soldier to get full effect.
Then I'd show them like the first Avenger, or I'd show them.
I mean, sure.
Or I'd show them the first Iron Man or the first Thor.
But Civil War opens so many doors because you can go back.
But Civil War, you have to understand why Black Widow would go against her team for Cap. You have to understand why it felt so...
That's a moment. That's a tiny...
You have to understand why it felt so like betraying to Iron Man when he finds out that Bucky killed his parents and Cap knew the entire time and didn't tell him. And that felt like a brotherly betrayal to Iron Man.
I'm gonna scream.
And you don't get that out of that film. So your argument against No Way Home goes straight back for Civil War.
But I think it's heavier for No Way Home because you saying that made me think. You have to know the relationship between Toby and Doc Ock. You have to know the relationship between Andrew and Sandman and Electro. And you have to know about Andrew's Gwen and both of their respectable uncles. You have to know those things to get the full effect of those characters. And if you don't, then they're just more guys in red and blue suits.
That's why I say that I don't think I'd show either one of those to a fan who's never seen Marvel before.
Okay, but like I'm just saying, I think Civil War, you don't have to watch anything before it. Would it help? Yeah, but basically you get the sense of Captain America is freedom, we get to choose. Tony's like, hey, let's just take the hard way for a little bit and we'll get out of it eventually. And they clash. That's what you know. You don't have to know anything prior to. Would it help? Absolutely. But you don't have to. Because it explains it all in the movie. The Sokovia Accords, it explains who's on whose side and why. You get everything in that movie without prior knowledge. I'm not budging on this. This is something that I'm going to stand and I'm going to die on this hill. I swear. I love Spider-Man, but No Way Home is not a better Marvel film than Civil War. How long is this right now? 45 minutes?
34.
35.
Shut up.
Yeah, we can't argue about this for another 20 minutes. I'm not budging.
What do you mean you're not budging?
I'm not budging.
I don't think that...
What has the higher IMDb score?
It's gonna...
That's not even it.
2.5?
That's a different Civil War.
2.5?
4.6.
Okay, now look at No Way Home.
No shit.
4.7!
No freaking way, dude. But you can argue that it's fan service.
I don't care!
Okay, so then we're putting Deadpool and Wolverine in top 10 then, if you like fan service.
Yeah, but that was just
Fan service. It's just throwing it up. Yes,
Yeah, but,
Elektra, Gambit, Blade, Johnny Storm. I get it.
But at least No Way Home had a good emotional story.
Well, so did Deadpool and Wolverine. Seeing all the failed Wolverines before, and him just wanting to be a good one, and then Wade wanting to fight for his universe so Vanessa and him could fall in love again. That's emotional.
So what would we take out?
Oh, so you're
You
so
think
we put
you think Deadpool and Wolverine's better than Iron Man?
No.
that's our 10. And if it's not better than Iron Man, it's not better than anything else.
Oh wait, what's our 9? Avengers?
The first Avengers movie. Arguably what you would show a fan for the first time getting into the MCU.
Well, I mean that makes sense because it was the first like team up movie they made, so that makes sense.
So Deadpool and Wolverine can't be on the list because it's not better than anything already on our list. No Way Home is, even if it's half fan service.
I don't think it's number 2.
Why?
I've explained over the last 10 minutes
But
why.
like it
I mean, you can put it at 2. I'm fine with that. I really am because I love Spider-Man, so I'm cool with it.
I mean, yeah, I think arguably it's. I know Civil War is better than everything we have already on the list, but I don't think. But I also know it's not better than Infinity War, and I think it's obviously extremely arguable if it's better or worse than No Way Home. And maybe it's like you said with, what movie was it? Winter Soldier, Guardians 3. Maybe it's like by that much. But I think No Way Home is arguable. I saw No Way Home in theaters 3 times.
You see it on opening night?
Opening night,
God,
the
dude,
night after,
so
and then
freaking good
2 nights
night.
after.
I think we need to just do like a 2A, 2B.
So then what would be our 3?
Nothing.
That's not how that works.
Or you push everything up and put DP and Wolverine at 10. Because, honestly, I can't say the F word. Screw Thor Ragnarok.
You've said it like 5 times.
Screw Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And there's nothing else that I would put above DP and Wolverine on that list. On this list right here.
Shang-Chi.
No.
Okay.
Not Black Panther. No. No, still not. Just based off pure fan service. Just do Civil War 3 and No Way Home at that 2.
Okay.
I'll suck it up. I'll live.
Why? Like, you'd think it by now would understand that. Like, I'm doing a Marvel movie tier list, and I come up with a Civil War movie from the 80s. Okay. So.
As painful as that was, we got
that was the longest argument we had of the. It was like a 9-10 minute long argument just about those 2 movies.
Yeah, because those are whatever.
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
So as painful as that was, we got Iron Man at 10, Avengers at 9, Thunderbolts at 8.
I can't look at it right now.
I'm gonna say a slur.
Please don't. It's okay. So number 10 is Iron Man. Number 9 is Avengers. Number 8 is Thunderbolts. Number 7 is Age of Ultron. Number 6 is Guardians 3. Number 4 is Winter Soldier. Number 5 is Endgame.
Why'd you go backwards? What'd you just do?
What did I skip?
You said you skipped 5.
Yeah. Winter Soldier's 4. Winter Soldier's 5. And Endgame is 4. Civil War's 3. No Way Home is 2. And 1's Infinity War.
That's fine. I think that's a very fair ranking, honestly.
Where'd
And
it
if
go?
anyone disagrees, then
Yeah, it's on my letterbox now. I don't know if you can even view it.
hopefully we can you put it right here, like in the
Let's see.
video.
Can I download this?
I mean, like afterwards,
Oh, maybe.
like edit it right there in the video.
Like right here,
Yeah, like small and like landscape.
probably. I think so. I'll figure
If
it
not,
out
not a
later.
big deal.
Share.
With who?
No, okay. There was a link. I thought it was gonna let me download the image. Anyways,
All right, as painful as that was, that's our
Wanna-
top 10 ranking.
what'd you put as the worst Marvel movie?
Captain Marvel.
The Marvels.
I didn't watch it.
That's why I put it my worst. It's because I didn't even.
Well, I heard it was
I
actually it was
wasn't-
pretty good. Actually, I heard it was fun to watch. But like, I think the worst comic book film I've ever seen was Black Adam. I fell asleep twice during that movie, and Dwayne Johnson cannot act.
Mm-mm.
Let him voice act, sure, but he cannot act. Nope,
Yeah.
no ma'am, no sir, no they them.
I think. Yeah. I also think it's kind of funny how they like brought in Cavill at the end of that
Yeah.
movie, and
Just
then
keep
the
up this-
entire universe just got
Shattered.
canceled. I was like, oh,
That's a topic in the
hilarious.
future. We're gonna talk about Superman. I'm pumped
Yeah.
for that. So
It was-
pumped.
It was really funny watching that movie. I watched that movie like after the universe had already been canceled because it came to streaming, and that scene happened, and I was dying laughing.
You're like, wow.
I was like,
I watched the opening
so
night.
good, really.
Yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh, like we're getting Cavill back.
high hopes for?
Oh yeah, I had because I like Black Adam. Black Adam's super cool.
Yeah, but I mean, I heard they cast The Rock as Black Adam, and the only movies I've ever seen that I enjoyed The Rock in are comedy movies. He
Yeah.
can't act in a serious
Him and Kevin Hart are
role.
funny. Yeah,
Yeah, like I've seen part of that. What is it? Central Intelligence. That movie's funny.
there was one movie
I haven't seen all of
he
it.
was in. I think it was like called like San Andreas or something like that, where like the San Andreas fault line collapsed, and he was trying to he was a pilot or something, and it's just bad movies
Yeah, but
And
like,
then, like-
all his comedy movies are.
are funny.
Yeah, they're good. They're enjoyable to watch.
Something I was gonna say, and I completely forgot.
It is.
The Airbnb thing.
Yeah, but
I
I didn't know that was a thing. It's the,
Sentinel Head.
yeah.
Something else we're gonna do eventually is a casting thing because I think that The Rock as Black Adam was a terrible
mean ranking,
casting. Hmm?
Best and worst comic book
Yeah,
cast.
I think Rock was terrible. Not because of the acting, just off pure looks. Black Adam, from what I've seen, is supposed to be. Well, this could be wrong.
The only concept I have of Black Adam is from Injustice 2.
Yeah, and he's definitely not Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
No, he's like Middle Eastern and he has hair.
He kind of reminds me of like Namor a little bit, like the old
Yeah.
classic Namor with the he's not like super pale, but he is, and slick back black hair. That's kind of how I see Black Adam, not some bald Samoan from California. Okay, we're getting off topic. How long is it? 40 minutes.
Right under 45.
We'll end it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for our top 10. It was fun that we spent 10 minutes on the top two, or 2 and 3.
that's kind of what I assumed would happen.
Well,
I
I mean-
honestly thought number one would be more of an argument, but then thinking about it, I was like, yeah, no, Infinity.
No,
you
no,
can't really
Infinity-
argue
yeah.
Infinity War.
So,
Anything.
eventually we're gonna talk about things I said, like castings and talk about Superman and whatnot, upcoming stuff. Hopefully we'll get a Thunderbolts review out there eventually.
Yeah, we're also gonna try and get more nerd stuff, and not just like
Marvel.
because I feel like
Yeah.
other than the Minecraft movie,
We've only covered Marvel
we've
stuff.
only covered Marvel
Yeah.
stuff. So, but we're gonna try and get more. There's just not a lot going on with. I mean, Star Wars other than Andor.
Andor
Which,
literally just came out. Tales of the Underworld came out. You just gotta watch it.
yeah, I haven't watched Andor yet.
Yeah, well,
I watched one episode of the first season when it was first coming out, and I fell asleep.
see, Andor season. This might make somebody mad if if somebody watches it. Andor season 1 was fantastic. Season 2 has me snoozing.
Really?
Oh yeah, like and it's gotten weird. Like I want episode 5 or something, and Mon Mothra's like drunk dancing at her arranged daughter's wedding. It's just weird. Dude. I don't understand it right now, but yeah, I know. Anyways, guys.
Interesting.
Yeah. Thanks for watching this one.
Go check out our previous videos.
And our socials, our TikTok and our Instagram. They should be linked in our Spotify somewhere. If not, we'll get that fixed.
Yeah.
But just search up Nerd Network and look for that logo on TikTok or Instagram. And if you all want us to make a Facebook, I mean, I didn't. Because, I didn't because it's Facebook. But whatever helps get the name out there. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.